Have you ever given someone your full respect, only to realize they never deserved even your silence? Have you ever sat quietly, tears in your eyes, wondering, why do I always end up respecting those who only hurt me? If yes, then you're not weak. You're just deeply kind. But maybe, just maybe, your kindness needs boundaries now. Because respect, my friend, is a sacred offering, and not everyone is worthy of it. In this world, we're often taught, respect your elders, respect everyone no matter what. Keep quiet, that's how you show dignity. But what if I told you that Buddha never asked you to respect everyone? Yes, you heard that right. In fact, the Buddha warned us, associate not with the fools but with the wise. Protect your peace as you would guard a treasure. Because the moment you blindly respect people who lie, manipulate, or disrespect your soul, you don't just lose your voice, you lose yourself. Let me ask you something. Have you ever apologized when it wasn't your fault just to keep peace? Lowered your standards so someone could feel taller? Respected someone who never respected your time, your space, or your energy? If you nodded your head, then this video is for you. Today we're going to go deep. Not surface-level motivation, not cliches about self-worth, but real teachings from Buddhism and Zen that will change how you see respect forever. We'll expose the 7 kinds of people you should never feel guilty about walking away from. And at the end, I'll share a Zen story so powerful, it might make you cry, but it will also set your soul free. Because here's the truth. Respect is not earned by age, by words, or by power. Respect is earned by character. And when someone's character stinks with lies, arrogance, manipulation, disrespect, no robe of religion or mask of politeness can hide that darkness. Let me take you into a personal moment, a story that may feel a little like yours. There was a girl I once knew, soft-hearted, polite, spiritual. Let's call her Mira. Mira always gave more than she received. She listened to people's problems. She respected everyone, even those who mocked her behind her back. But one day, she stood in the rain, waiting for someone who never came. It wasn't the first time. He had ignored her calls, her feelings, her needs. But still she waited, because she respected him. But in that moment of silence, with her soaked clothes and shattered heart, she finally understood something. Respecting someone who constantly disrespects you is not a virtue, it's a self-betrayal. And that day, Mira walked away. Not in anger, but in peace. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't seek revenge. She simply stopped offering her sacred energy to people who didn't value it. That was the beginning of her spiritual awakening. You see, Buddhism is not just about sitting cross-legged in silence. It's about courage, the courage to walk away from suffering, especially when that suffering wears a smile. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, "Fools follow vanity and selfishness. The wise avoid them like a burning house." Let that sink in. The wise avoid toxic people. They don't try to change them. They don't keep forgiving forever, because even forgiveness requires boundaries. Now let's set the intention. So today, I invite you on this inner journey. If you've been hurt, disrespected, or emotionally drained, if you've been told that you're too sensitive or you overthink things, then this video is not just content. It's your mirror, your permission slip, your turning point, what you'll learn in this video. The 7 kinds of people the Buddha says you should stop respecting, why you feel guilty walking away, and how to release that guilt. A powerful Zen story that shows what real respect means. And finally, a reminder of your inner worth, spoken not by me, but through the timeless wisdom of Buddha himself. Because the truth is, you don't owe your respect to people who lie to your face, people who drain your energy, people who treat you like an option, people who mock your dreams, your faith, or your silence. Your respect is like sunlight, and it should fall only on those who help you grow. So don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with more than knowledge. You'll walk away with clarity. Clarity on who you are, who you must walk away from, and who truly deserves to stand beside your peace. We often mistake politeness for peace. We mistake tolerance for spiritual maturity. But sometimes, being spiritually strong means knowing when to say, enough. Buddhism teaches compassion, but it never asks you to keep giving that compassion to people who abuse it. Now, let us dive deep into the 7 kinds of people you should not respect. Not because they are bad humans, but because your soul deserves better. 1. The manipulator. This is the person who always twists the truth. They guilt trip you. They always play the victim. They wear a mask of kindness, but control you with emotional pressure. Buddha said, Those who cover their intentions with sweet words are like poisoned arrows covered in honey. You may feel sorry for them. You may think maybe they had a tough past. But remember, understanding someone's pain does not mean you must suffer with them. They make you feel bad for saying no. They make you question your own judgment. They manipulate with love and use your kindness as a weapon against you. Do not respect that. Respect your clarity. Respect your instincts. Respect your inner balance. 2. The one who disrespects boundaries. You say you're tired, they call you boring. You need time alone, they say you're selfish. You express a boundary, they say you're too much. The Buddha said, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, the wise are not moved by praise or blame. People who disrespect your boundaries will always try to break you with blame. They don't value your time. They don't care for your energy. They only see you as useful when you serve their convenience. But a person who does not honor your no does not deserve your yes. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks, and not everyone should have a key. Stop respecting those who refuse to knock. 3. The consistent liar. Some people lie to survive. Others lie to manipulate. But there are people who lie just because it's easy. They lie about what they said. They lie about what they did. They lie to avoid accountability. They say, I never said that. You're imagining things. You're overreacting. And the sad part, they lie so well, you begin to doubt yourself. In Buddhism, truth is sacred. It is the first principle of right speech. Speak the truth, speak it with kindness. Lies are violence in disguise. And when you keep respecting someone who repeatedly deceives you, you slowly become a stranger to your own reality. Do not let someone else's lies blind your truth. 4. The secret critic. They smile in your face and stab you with gossip. They pretend to support you, but always undermine your light. They say, I was just joking. Don't take it seriously. But every joke has a needle. Every compliment has a comparison. The Buddha said, avoid those who speak with a double tongue. They divide hearts. This type of person is toxic in disguise. They are the reason you feel unsafe in safe spaces. They are the reason you stop trusting genuine praise. Why respect someone who cannot clap for you? Who turns your growth into a punchline? Who confuses sarcasm for intelligence? Let them go. Your soul deserves applause, not subtle attacks. 5. The energy vampire. They always have a problem, but never a solution. They call you only when they need something. They dump their pain on you, but never ask how you're doing. They want your time, your attention, your emotional labor, but give back nothing. Buddha taught, association with the wise brings joy. Association with fools brings sorrow. These people are not evil, but they are empty, and your peace is their playground. You were not born to fix everyone. You were born to shine. Do not respect people who only show up to drain your light. Respect is not about how much you give. It's about who gives back to you. 6. The habitual disrespecter. These are the people who make fun of your beliefs. They shame your sensitivity. They call your silence weakness. They interrupt. They roll their eyes. They talk over you in groups. And yet somehow, you keep saying, maybe I'm too sensitive. They didn't mean it. It's okay. But it's not okay. Because the moment someone repeatedly disrespects you, they are making a choice. And you must make one too. The Buddha said, you are your own master. No one else can purify you. Self-respect starts where repeated disrespect ends. Walk away with grace. Walk away with stillness. But walk away. 7. The pretender of virtue. This one is the most dangerous because they wear a robe of spirituality. They talk about God, peace, mindfulness, but in their private actions, they are cruel. They judge, they insult, they divide. They use religion to elevate themselves and suppress others. They act pure, but inside they are thirsty for control. The Buddha warned of these people. Not by the robe is one a monk. He who conquers greed and hate, he indeed is a monk. Respecting someone just because they look spiritual or have a title is blindness. Look beyond the image. Does their presence feel peaceful? Does their energy calm your heart? If not, they are not the teacher you need. Your soul knows the difference. Don't ignore it. Narrator pause. So now you know. 7 kinds of people. 7 kinds of energies. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to fight them. But you also don't need to respect them. Respect is not about pride. It's about alignment. Buddha taught, let a man walk alone rather than with fools. Sometimes walking away is not loneliness. It is spiritual protection. Let me take you to a small Zen monastery in the hills of ancient Japan. There lived an old monk named Ryokan. He had no fame, no followers, No lavish temple, just a tiny hut and a heart full of peace. One day, a thief broke into Ryokan's hut, only to find there was nothing to steal, just a straw mat, a wooden bowl, and the monk's robes. Ryokan walked in quietly and caught the thief red-handed. But instead of shouting, he smiled. He said, "You must have come a long way to visit me. Don't leave empty-handed." And Ryokan removed his robe and handed it to the thief. The thief, stunned and ashamed, took the robe and ran. Ryokan then stepped outside under the night sky. Shivering in the cold moonlight, he looked up and whispered, "I wish I could give him this beautiful moon." This story spread across villages, towns, even kingdoms. People called Ryokan a saint, but Ryokan had no interest in titles. He respected everyone, but only with his heart. Never blindly, never foolishly. You see, even Ryokan did not invite the thief back. He let go with compassion, but without attachment. This is the middle path that Buddha taught. Compassion without disrespecting your own soul. Final thoughts. Dear listener, it's time we redefine what respect means. It is not automatic. It is not an obligation. It is not owed to everyone. Respect is a gift, sacred, silent, powerful. Give it to those who uplift you, challenge you kindly, inspire your peace, match your honesty, stand tall with humility, withdraw it from those who play with your emotions, gaslight your truth, pretend kindness while feeding control. The Buddha walked alone for many years. He sat beneath the Bodhi tree alone, but he was never lonely, because he had self-respect. You too are allowed to. Leave that toxic friend. Let go of the manipulative relative. Distance yourself from fake leaders. And you don't need to explain. Just walk gently. Just breathe deeply. Just protect your peace. If this touched your heart, take a moment, not to like, not to share, but to pause. Look at your life. Who drains you? Who inspires you? Recalibrate your circle. Protect your energy. Give respect, but only to those who deserve it. And always remember the words of the Zen master. I wish I could give him this beautiful moon. But some people don't even see the moon. They only see what they can take. You are not here to be taken. You are here to shine. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Stay conscious, stay kind, but most importantly, stay true. Until next time.